It's the IMO pod with 3 young kings. Sukali, DT and Uzi on this. In my opinion, we're the pod of the year. We mix the banter with the edutainment. Sukali, you know, be the girl them sugar. Don't talk DT, designate driver. Tumichi Susa, Uzi takes it too far. You never know how far you can go if you don't try. We and them boys, we're not cohesive. Money, money, money.
We have arrived. We have returned.
We've landed.
It's your boys at the In My Opinion podcast.
Come on.
Back again on your screens. By now you should know who I am. But if for some reason you don't, I am Linda the Fourth, aka Sukali.
Yes.
DT, aka Don't Talk, Just Listen.
It's your boy Uzoma, aka cleanliness is next to godliness.
By the way,
I see that yeah. So you're an angel here today, yeah?
Yes,
looking like milk, yeah? Wonderful.
Yes.
We've got a really good, interesting episode in store for you guys today. And
When don't we ever have a...
By the way, we don't. But some people may differ.
That is true.
Yeah.
You know,
That
it's
is
By
subjective.
the way.
Or subjective, should I say. But anyway, we have special guests in the building.
Yes, sir.
Friends of the show. Banange. Friends of the show.
Yeah.
You know, the whole boys. Friends of the show. But they really are friends of the show.
They are actually, yeah.
So we got, do you have a name? Because I saw your joint Instagram is that your
Yeah.
brand?
Yeah.
I don't. Do you know what?
I don't-
We just needed a name, and it was the only thing that was creative enough at the time. So Naomi and Ralph, Rayomi.
Ryomi.
Rayomi.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
We got Ryomi in the building.
Yeah.
The Ryomis. Can you say that? Can we say that? I mean...
Of course we can.
The
Ryomi.
There's about to be a family now.
There's a-
Literally.
By the way, we have 3 people, not just
Exactly.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We were present at your baby shower.
Yes, you were.
Lit.
One of the best I've ever been, by the way.
Love that.
The food was TT.
It was like a wedding.
Everyone keeps saying that. Everyone keeps
lit.
saying that.
It was lit, man.
Yeah.
It was like your entrance.
Good luck to our actual wedding then.
It's peak, man.
Yeah.
Everyone say rap start saving.
Listen,
Yeah, you better.
you lot set an expectation.
You set,
You set a
The
bar.
crazy thing is nothing even went to plan. That's the gag.
What didn't go to plan?
Literally, like I had a whole like.
When it comes to
List,
come
like,
from the sky,
yeah.
they're meant to come
No,
from the sky.
not even
Oh.
that. Like, you know when you've got like the games plan at this time,
Yeah,
this time
yeah,
we
yeah.
do this. I was like, listen, right now it's just vibes.
It was.
Yeah.
You lot
It
went
was
on
lit
vibes.
though.
Literally. Yeah, glad you had a good
I
time.
enjoyed. No, we really enjoyed it. Thank you for the invite. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you
Whenever
for
we have a
having
black
us.
woman here,
Yeah.
we feel so happy
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, we do.
because you know they don't like us people on Twitter.
Why?
Black men on podcasts.
They don't
Oh
like
yeah,
it.
you guys
There's
get
a
a
stigma
bit
in
of,
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
get
You
a
gave
bit
them
of,
a microphone and couch.
Our license is currently under scrutiny.
Honestly. So, what is your view on black men on podcasts?
Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of those people that I just kind of scroll through TikTok and Twitter and see like small clips of things, and like I don't really get too much involved in it. But some people's opinions, I think, what the hell? Why have you even got a microphone? But then there's some people I'm like, do you know what? It's actually facts.
Yeah.
But I think everyone has their own opinions, and it's just each to their own.
Yeah.
I think people get offended by if it relates to you. Most of the stuff don't relate to me, so I'm just kind of like, is what it is. But yeah.
Because also, if you don't like the content, just swipe.
Yeah,
Well, you don't have
that's
to do
my
nothing.
thing.
Yeah. Keep it pushing.
I think
Yeah.
more time is like people projecting, innit? Like exactly what you just said, innit? When people are scrolling and it's something that's actually happened to them, they're like, they take offense to that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Let us be free.
I'm telling
You
you.
know, every day I log on to the social media, I find another thing men are not allowed to do.
There's a big list, you know.
Yeah, the list
Bro,
is keeps getting
no,
longer.
listen, all we're allowed to just live.
Even that will come.
that,
I mean,
That's what it's very,
even breathing's a bit.
100%. Yeah.
Because I saw one that said, imagine being a grown man doing TikTok dances. I don't know, but the guy is happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
There's
she said,
no. Do you know what? That's
Speak your
good.
truth.
That's good vibes. That is good vibes. But sometimes when you go a
it
bit too
depends,
hard, some people
yeah.
just a bit like, ick.
So it depends on the type of dance.
I don't know. Just
So where do we
Where do we draw the line?
No, but when do we get back to that part of if
Be
somebody's
free.
happy,
Yeah.
let them be happy. When do we
that's true. But if I
And
started
if
doing
it's-
bloody TikTok dances, I'd be like, actually, if I'd be like, let me get involved. If they're cool ones, but like, I don't know.
And if it's not for you, keep it moving.
I've got a theory.
Yeah.
I think women, or let me talk for black women anyway. Well, actually, let me not talk for black
Hey,
women.
Hey,
let's
be
not
careful.
do that.
Be
Let's-
careful.
Okay. That one.
Your
It's
own.
of my opinion.
Him.
His opinion.
Not the opinion of IMO.
that women might not mind if it's African dance compared to the other I'm a savage and all those other things. I think if it's African dance, they don't mind. But I think if it's those other dances,
Like the Venus dance, I'm on over here.
Yeah,
Stuff
like,
like
I don't
that.
think-
You know what? Because that stuff
yeah.
kind of just looks cool. It looks swaggy. Do you know what I mean? But also on the other hand, sometimes people go a bit too ham. You think you're just there sweating up the place. It's, like,
So they're sweating
it's
up
just
the
a bit
place.
long sometimes. But
That's mad.
yeah,
I feel like there was a time for those type of dance, those savage dances.
Yeah.
There was like a
Yeah.
time for it. Remember, there was like, I think like 2-3 years ago.
But that's how TikTok started,
That's
isn't
what I'm
it?
saying.
Because it was
during lockdown,
dancing.
Yeah.
that
It was allowed.
it was a thing, isn't it? But now
The
it's
life
about
was
like,
expired.
nah, it's a bit too much.
But anyway, I want everyone to do what makes you happy.
Happy.
Yes.
There you
yeah.
go.
for
That's
real.
the
Live your
message.
best
There's too
life.
many things going on out there that,
Do you know what I mean?
they can make you sad, bro. Like,
just
there's a lot
dance.
going
If you
on,
wanna
man.
dance. That's
How's
fine.
everyone? Let's do this. How's everyone feel? How's everyone week been? How you been today? How you been today?
Yeah, I'm okay.
We're recovering, you know, from this baby shower, to be honest. Like,
Still?
Now, because we've just been like getting the pictures and everything. And,
Oh,
like,
right,
just
yeah.
deep in the moment, and like everyone really came out and supported us. And it's like just been on our journey, really. So it's just been like a lot.
Oh, sick.
But you're happy, yeah?
Very,
I
man.
can't lie,
Yeah,
bro.
nice.
Ralph is trained for this, bro. Man is talking like it's in the breakfast club. The journey.
Wow.
Yo,
Yeah, you okay?
I'm good, man. But listen, I had a flat tire on my way here. I think it was like a slow leak, man. Because I was driving the car yesterday. We had a thing yesterday, and then today it was flat. I was like thinking the devil's a liar.
He's a liar,
I
man.
called them recovery, boom. They came, they got me to, so they got it patched up. It was just like a puncture in it.
But
So
you're
we're,
okay.
we're here. I'm okay.
I think it's a
Exactly.
week of flat tires. I had one just Tuesday.
That's what I'm saying.
I
What's
went into
going
the car park.
I rebuke it in Jesus' name.
Touch there you go.
My tire is like £500 a tire.
Hey.
Big
What
boy.
car you got?
Ah,
Okay, yeah, what
What car you got?
cost of living, cost of
Tell the
living.
people what car you got.
It's just like a car.
It's just a car.
Like a small car.
That's the value of some cars. Half of
So
price, you know, one tire.
Cost a monkey.
The monkey.
5 million.
It's a car that gets you from A to B.
Yeah, just a little car.
Okay, no problem.
But yeah, you guys probably know we start off with a dilemma.
Yes.
And this one I saved especially for people of your stature.
Because
Because I felt you guys are the people that can answer this one. So we'll start by getting your opinion, okay? Don't look here, because I know you like to look.
I'm not.
Everything must surprise you.
The guy used to cheat in school, man. That's
Exactly.
why.
The guy's always looking, so he can prepare his opinion.
Have you written expose on your ties before? Answer. during exam?
Okay, I will start. I met my boyfriend online on Hinge.
That's what you did.
Okay, so we've been together for a year and a half, and he's amazing. Which is
Bambi.
wonderful. Like, honestly, this man has changed my life. Everything he does for me and my son, I am so thankful I found him.
Wow.
When a woman appreciates it, so beautiful.
I wonder how they ended up online now.
You have to remember this is a dilemma. So there's something
There's
coming.
something
Okay.
coming. But unfortunately, we had our first big fight. Those are the worst. You know when the honeymoon ends? Eh?
Yeah.
Oh, the honeymoon period. I basically booked him a surprise holiday for his birthday, as I feel he never treats himself. And he's always working crazy shifts as he has 2 jobs. I love a woman that's attentive.
It's a crazy
That's
shift.
cute.
Very
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's nice.
He works in a care home during the week. and
Yeah,
at
works
night-
hard. This guy works hard. He works hard.
And then at night, he cleans offices. So I really wanted to do something nice for his birthday. Now, when I gave him the gift, when I gave him the gift, to my surprise, he wasn't really happy. And he kept making excuses as to why we cannot go. Because I had booked him a holiday. Yeah? Are you with me?
Yeah.
I'm still with you, yes.
These tickets are non-refundable. You know those deals.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Didn't do our homework.
Eventually, I press him, and he admits to me he doesn't have papers. And he's an illegal immigrant.
Yeah.
Now, I feel betrayed. I feel he betrayed my trust by not telling me this up front. We live together. He's taken my son as his own. Why did he not tell me this thing? He's now trying to pressure me to marry him to avoid him getting deported if his asylum appeal to the Home Office fails. He's saying after all he's done for me and my son, it's the least I can do for him. If I really love him and want to be with him.
Yikes.
Where I'm lost. What's the
If I really love him, I want to be
with
with him.
him? Yeah, but this is not how I pictured getting married. I wanted the proposal, the ring, and a big white wedding. I come from a traditional family. What will I tell my parents? Yes, he's a good guy, but I do not think I can do this.
Production manager shit.
Wow.
This one is also heavy.
It's a very
It's
heavy
heavy
one.
one.
that
It's
is
weighing
a-
on my shoulder.
What say you guys to this?
I would say ladies first.
Yeah. That's a very good answer. Very good one.
You're so silly.
Very good answer. I like it.
Oh, that is a bit techie.
Yeah.
No papers, as in like you just can't get out of the country.
He can't leave the country.
he's
The way he
basically
came in, he can't go back down.
I mean, that's definitely something you tell someone because then at least if they know, like, there's just no surprises. She wouldn't have wasted her money. So I get where she's coming from with being frustrated, but he now can't be mad at her for not wanting to get married because are you just with me for the papers then? Do you know what I mean? That's the thought that would come to my head is like, have you been doing all of this, being nice to me and my child, just to kind of, you know,
Get your
get.
But then do remember though that he has put in an appeal, so it sounds like
He's trying
He's
to
in
do
the
it.
process.
he's trying to do it on
He's
his
trying to
own.
do it, yeah.
Maybe he
It
didn't
just
want to
It's
might
like a
work.
backup thing.
until that came through.
Yeah.
But that's a huge thing. I think things like that, it's like the stuff you discuss kind of when you're getting to know someone. It's the same as discussing, like, if you're trying to be serious anyway, you know, when you start talking about finances or moving out in together or, like, you know, your future, you want to kind of let me know that you do not have papers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the
I think for me, again, picking back off what she says, I think it's like, okay, what was your intent here? Just to get me so that like I can sort out your papers. But at the same time, he has obviously been putting work, loving her. So she has not complained about him in any other way. So it's like this lie, which is a big lie. I will not lie.
Is it? It's
No,
not
no,
a
do
lie.
you know why?
It's
Do you know
an
why?
omitted-
No,
it's
no,
an
no.
omitted-
No, no, no.
That is
It's
a lie.
Anything that is... Okay, the thing is this.
It's technical. Go on.
Yeah, let him finish.
The thing is, I get his opinion in a way, like, obviously, you're trying to get to know someone. It's like, if you say no papers, you might not get to where he is now. So, but along the way, it's a year and a half, it's a bit too long now. This lie, you have been riding it too long to a point where, like, this only came up because she booked him a flight. If she didn't book
Yeah.
him a flight, it could
Would
be
he have
4 or
said
5
anything?
years. When would he have now said, okay, I don't have papers? So it's like, you didn't come to me to expose that, hey, this is my situation. I'm sorry that I even lied to you. It's like you're forced in the corner where like, how can you escape this situation?
That's true.
But at the same time, they are together. She is happy. It's a tough one, man. I feel you really need to like look at his character now in a way like, okay, is this a one-off? Is this just a case like he was ashamed to say? He was.
I was going to say that. Maybe it's just a thing where it's a bit embarrassed, but like also, if you're trying to be with someone long term, you want
have
to
to
be able to,
think,
you just have to think about, do you know what? Can you swear on here? I don't
All
know.
cards on the table.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but before we get to your point, okay,
wanted to ask a
what's
question.
your
But go on.
I was gonna say, what's your advice? What's the end? Like, should she? Number one, should she marry him? If no, should she stay with him?
I think if they're actually, you know, happy together and marriage was always going to be the end goal anyways, then, you know, getting it down on paper quickly is not the end of the world. You can still have that kind of beautiful white wedding, just plan it a bit later. Just maybe sort this out first and do like a quick thing. Because it makes no difference whether you get married now or later if you want to be with this person for the rest of your life anyways. But I guess it's just the circumstances of if she wants the big white wedding, which you can still have. You can still have.
I think for me, firstly, like there just needs to be an honest conversation before we even talk about should we do this again or not. It's like, okay, now that this is on the table, what else is not on the table? Like now this is your opportunity to
just
let
say
everything out.
Yeah.
Let me handle anything so I can think whether I can really be in this and take that step of marriage, because that's anyway for me. I value marriage highly, so that's like a long life commitment. So it's like have that conversation, and if you still feel the same way about this guy, then yeah.
No, so the question I kind of want us to address first is this, right? Is not omitting something, right? Not telling someone something, yeah? Maybe because the conversation just never came up. Is that a lie, or you asking me and me now saying I don't, right? Or yes, I do.
where you just
Yeah.
come
Do you understand
from.
my point now? This is what I'm saying to you, like, because when we're saying,
not
he
a
lied,
lie.
he
There's a
lied,
fine
I think
line.
exactly. I think
It's a very
let's all
fine
have
line.
let's
Okay,
what do
everyone-
we
That's a
think
very
about
good
that?
point.
What do we think about that first?
What you just said is right. And I feel like when it comes to immigration situation, you have to develop a certain level of trust for someone before you can openly have them kind of conversations, And more time, the fact that my man's actually working, doing his thing, like he doesn't seem like someone that's kind of like dependent on her kind of thing, like in terms of like, this is my meal ticket or this is my way out. And I feel like with this immigration thing, it's very techie because I feel like with men, we're happy to marry a woman, even if she ain't got nothing, because we don't go into relationships expecting anything from any woman. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't expect finances from them. We don't expect.
I wasn't thinking about
it from that angle. Like if you get like a man that's straight up, he's just thinking, I just want someone to give me peace. Do you understand? So if that is something they're lacking on, men will go all out, like, it's mine, I'll marry her, whatever, we can do that. But I feel like with women, it's one of those things, I get it. Like, there's always going to be that thought, does he really like me though? Or is he just using me for like the papers kind of thing? Do you know what I'm saying? But I don't think there's any lie there. But at the same time, trust me, that thing is not something you just say to any and everybody, because you don't know if that relationship is even going to go that long. You have to develop like a certain level of trust.
I'm going to add to that.
You can say, you know what? By the way, I don't have this situation. But it's not something.
We've got left.
We've watched immigration.
And now you're back in Colombia.
One-way ticket to one-way ticket.
Let me add to that, Uzi, bro. I'm telling you lot right now, I feel like it's not spoken about enough.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows about the guys with no papers that's used women in the past. Papers. We all know that. That's widespread. But man, them don't talk about how about the men that actually help women get papers.
A lot.
Men that actually will go to other countries and bring them here. Man, them they don't talk about that enough, you know. So that part there needs to be understood, doesn't it? And then to add to your point, there's also that part about it, because what people don't really understand is, bro, depends what country you're coming from. Maybe you ran away from war, or it's like a life and death situation. And I'm here now, I'm grafting and all of that stuff. Who knows what in the past when he might have been upfront about it. And women have like, oh, swear down, boom, block list. Do you know what I mean? Like,
or even use it against him. You don't even have papers.
Exactly my point. So man is traumatized, and I'm thinking, yo, I need to know. It's like, you know what? I don't even want to say to nobody. I just want to get on my own. Because let's be real, up until the point where she's booked her holiday, he's never bothered her about anything.
That's what I'm saying.
I think this situation is a little bit different just because he obviously seems like a very hard-working man. But you can always tell when someone's just trying to be a scrub and trying to use you for
exactly
stuff.
my point. So this tells me he's trying to get on his own, really and truly. But that situation is kind of what's forced him into a corner. Like, look, listen. This is what the situation is. Because he could have lied about it and said, I don't want to go on this holiday because of whatever reason, because I got overtime work, I can't get the time off. He's just telling, listen, this is what it is. So my main thing is, especially even, there's women even in the past that would even, do you know how many women has abused men that they help to get papers for?
100%.
Because they help
once
them
they
do
come
that.
in, there's also they find their level.
Guys, have you not seen them on My 60-Day Fiance? Or treats Michael like any way.
Because she knows what one. So sometimes, like, bro, like, it's a very, very deep situation, innit? I don't think it's just clear cut. I don't think it's cut and dry.
But piggybacking off of your initial question of like omitting the truth, is it a lie? As everyone said, there's a fine line, but I feel like in the back of your mind, you know you're omitting the truth. 100%. So you're knowing that you're withholding something. In court, if you withhold information you want to use as evidence in court, it's not allowed.
It's inadmissible.
So I think it comes down to this, where like, obviously immigration is a big thing, but this way you have to discern the character. This person I'm with, where do I see this going? Do I see her as my partner, as my rider, and she's going to hold me down if I tell her now? I may not have been truthful in the beginning, But as time goes by, I've now got to know you. I know, okay, you know what? I can trust you with this information.
You think a year? How long ago? A year and a half?
A year and a half.
Do you think a year and a half is enough?
To be honest, there's
Don't
no
even ask
timeline,
us
you
because
know.
we've actually sped up life. So
Say that again?
don't ask us because we sped up everything in like a year.
No,
so
us,
to be
yeah.
honest, we're like the worst people
Yeah.
to ask about timing for anything
Yeah.
because we've literally met, got married, having a baby in a space of a year.
Yeah.
I think it happens to be people like that, but I
Yeah.
think some people will tell you a year and a half is not enough to know people. But at the
That's the
same
thing.
time, everyone's
It's your
cases
journey,
is
innit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
so do you know what I mean?
completely
Innit? So
different,
you can't really tell anyone. But no, I'm not. And then the point you just made now was what that was going to be my second part because I always like giving two sides of the story. So that my initial part, the second part is exactly I was going to say that, which is the fact that Lily said at the end of the day, if I think it's also a deterrent as well, and again it helps you as a guy to know if this person you're gonna get with is gonna ride with you regardless of what the
Regardless,
situation
You have to
is. So at
discern.
least if you're not gonna be the one for me, here's this information. Might as well leave now.
Yeah.
So I know. So it could be that as well. So I guess sometimes as well you could just be straight up. innit?
You know what it is as well. Yeah, I feel like this immigration thing is very, is big.
techie.
You know
It's
what I
big,
mean?
man.
And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think there's a negative stigma with immigration. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Because I feel like there has been a lot of failed like situations, and I feel like that is down to like the problem now is there are different types of people in this world, innit? There are people that, you know what, they just always have that mindset of I need to use whoever and whatever I need to do to get to
get
my
to it,
goal.
yeah.
Then they have people that are genuine people. So I feel like when it comes to this situation, if people were actually honest and actually went looking for what they actually like,
Yeah.
like, okay, I like this person, I actually see myself going all the way with them, like what's wrong with like if you're actually
Coming
genuinely
together.
in love? But because of more time, a lot of people in that situation, they just think, what's the nearest and closest thing that they just pick anyone that they think,
Yeah,
you
it's
know what,
available,
I can
basically.
play on that
Yeah.
that person and get what I want. And then that's why you always have these stories that doesn't end up well. That's why
They ruin it for others,
yeah,
innit?
that's
Yeah.
what the problem
Yeah.
is. So my advice would be like, people should actually, if you genuinely like someone and there's something genuine there, like why not? I would help someone if they needed that help.
Oh, 100%.
Vice versa. Do you know what I mean? But I think that's what the problem is as well. People are not being honest.
I think it's also kind of like, as we said, maybe like a trauma in a way. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I heard my friend, she helped
Exactly.
him. Now
Yeah. Now
so
he's
now I'm
changed.
in the same position.
There's bad
No.
stories.
Do you know what I
There's
mean?
bad stories.
But you
TikTok,
can't, like, every boat is different. Every
Yeah.
journey is
Yeah.
different.
Why are all the stories always so negative around that though? I don't understand.
You don't hear about the good ones, like you said.
The good
Yeah.
stuff.
don't hear
That's what I'm
it.
saying. You don't hear about the good stuff. So
Yeah.
that's why again, people are gonna be reserved about who can I share. Okay, I love this woman. I love her child. I want this as a family. But this one thing can ruin that.
Yeah.
Like we can't ignore that. That can make you omit the truth. Like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
that can
And
make
there
you
are
like, yo.
there are a lot of men that women have called immigration for.
Right?
When
Yeah.
they don't
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
in,
Yeah.
they'll call them. They're waiting
Real
outside your
facts.
front door.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Tell them to wear your
He might be
work.
thinking exactly. He
You
might
didn't
be
give me money this morning, I'll call them.
he might be thinking, yo, like everything is going great now, but what if she has this information the day that we argue?
Yeah,
What if
just
she
in your
uses it?
face,
Like, bro,
yeah.
there's so
And you know,
much.
Yeah. And I've seen
What do
many,
you think?
many of my uncles have been sent back.
Yo, serious.
Yeah, many of my uncles.
Swear down.
You don't know, bro.
This
You
thing
have
is
big
real.
arguments. They lock,
No,
they
I know
lock
it
the
happens,
door.
but I don't know it's happened to someone that's.
But you know what it is as
No,
well? I think,
Yeah.
especially within the black community and the African community as well, it's like, oh, what will my friends say? They're like,
Yeah.
you care about that
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah,
Rather
yeah.
than, this is my board, this is my family, let me just make sure, like, if I can help, if I'm not in a position to help, I'm sorry, that one, we have to find another way.
And it's all, I feel like it's always a case of the person who needs the papers is always like a bum or something, but
Yeah.
there could just be genuinely good people
Yeah,
who
yeah.
are hard-working citizens
A
who
lot of people
genuinely
got
just
their
need
bread, you know, because
something.
they work.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
They
The guys are
work.
working 2 jobs. I mean, I'll tell you from my point of view, my opinion on this one.
Yeah.
As you guys, you know, people that are watching, I have stories for days.
I'm telling you.
One day I'll write a book or a Netflix
Or
documentary.
two. A book or
Because
two.
I've had a similar situation. Yeah.
Oh, you.
Yeah, me personally. Kati.
You personally.
Someone wanted to marry you. You wanted to
You
marry someone.
personally.
If you don't let me finish, you'll find out.
Okay, wait, let me drink my water.
I said somebody died. Somebody died. He was saying it happened to him, but he just came back to life.
Can you ship your water? Let's mind
Commercial
our
break,
business.
commercial break.
Sorry,
Anyway,
I
Kakati. You know when I say Kakati, it's going to be a good
indeed.
story.
Let's hear
Kakati,
it.
when I was around 16, I found out I wasn't British.
Jesus Christ.
when
How did you feel?
When I tell you the revelation, it's tough. But it shocked me. It shocked me. I believe the school. I was going summer school just before college. I was going tripping. I don't know which one it was, but they wanted us to go abroad, to France.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So then I went to go
What
and
is it with this France trip, bro?
ask Sweet Stick, Sukali Senior, my dad, for my passport.
I don't think you should call your dad Sweet Stick.
That's his name. That's his name. But anyway, he gave me the passport. Banangi, the passport was blue. I said, brother, what is this? He goes, that's your Ugandan passport. I said, where's my red book? He goes, my friend, you're not British. And that's the first time I realized
When
it dawned on me that I'm not British. Furthermore, because at the time me and my dad were having issues, he was like, if you want to get your papers done, you're on your own.
Oh, snap.
I'm not covering it. I have no money. Do you know what I mean? So, and I think at the time it was like £2,000 to get nationalized. Yeah, because I had indefinite leave to remain. So I wasn't illegal.
We was in the same boat.
I wasn't illegal.
Just disclaimer
but
out there.
before you people, I wasn't illegal, but I never had the British passport, the red book. Now,
Wait. How did that make you feel in that particular
in that
moment?
time,
Like,
it
what was
made
your
me feel
emotion?
very.
Especially seeing your friends, everyone is like,
Exactly.
do you know what I mean?
I felt very like embarrassed because now everyone's asking me why you're not coming on the trip, and I'm having to lie to them.
I used to always bring my passport out last. You know when they're like, oh yeah, we need to make photocopies. I always wait for everyone to go out.
Bring the green one.
Then I bring the green one out.
So I'm even mad that the passport is now blue again because I could have bust case, them days. But anyway, so it made me feel really like embarrassed. So I didn't tell anybody, like in my boys and stuff like that. I just made an excuse. Kakati. At the time, I met this beautiful girl. I think she was a nice girl, man.
You're 16, Abby?
Yeah, 16. But I've been meeting girls long
Since
before
you
that.
was
Long before that.
9.
But anyway, I met this beautiful girl, bless her, and she really. I felt like this was something I really wanted to be. You know when you're I thought, this is the one.
This the one,
So for me, I told her up front. I was like, look, I don't have paper. Well, at the time I was dramatic because I thought it meant I didn't have
papers.
Huh?
Stop slapping your lap.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, at the time, I thought I didn't have papers. I was like, look, I don't have papers. I need to get nationalized. So any holidays you may plan, please make sure that you're aware. Because she was that kind of person, even at a young age, like the family would travel a lot and stuff like
Places
that.
and that.
So do you know what that girl did? She gave me the £2,000.
At the age of 16.
Yeah, no, at this time it was like 17 now.
Yeah.
But
That's so
she's one of those
17.
people that was working, but then also, your family.
EMA,
all that stuff. Like, she
yeah.
was good with money. And she lent me the money. I even remember she came with me to the ceremony. You have to go and pledge allegiance to the queen. And you have to say
the mayor.
the oath. Huh?
The mayor.
Yeah, I can't remember who else was there. And to me, like someone mentioned, if you have good intentions with somebody and you see a future with them, you be up
It's
front.
not a problem,
I couldn't be with her at the time without letting her know this important
your
part
situation.
of my life. You know what I mean? Because from what my dad was telling me, not having a British passport, there's many things, many challenges that I'm
you
going to come up
can't,
against. You know what I mean? Even getting student loan, all those things. So I felt, look, you know what? I had to be upfront and honest with her. And she did not even care. She's like, the guy that you are to me is more than enough. I don't care about yours.
Because she liked you for who you are.
Exactly. And she even appreciated the fact that I was able to share this big part of my life with her and be honest about it. And the first thing that happened was, okay, how do we get it sorted?
Yeah.
How do we pattern it? How much is it? And we got it patterned. So for me, what I would say is, I don't want to dismiss whatever reason he had for not telling her originally, but I understand. Because it's not like I just came out with it. I also sat in the mirror practicing. How do
I tell her?
How do I tell her?
Is this a good moment?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Asking for advice from my siblings and stuff
But
like
I also
that.
find that so sad. I feel like a lot of men just can't say if something is an issue, if there's something wrong, because they feel like their partner's going to be like, oh.
And that's the thing, the main thing that I was feeling. Remember, we're young. I'm
Yeah.
16, 17. I'm thinking, what if she goes and tells other people?
Yeah.
That's the first thing I'm thinking. What if she goes, like, because back then, college,
they'll
college,
finish
you
you.
guys are young.
They'll finish you.
You know what I mean?
Another problem, even like a bigger conversation, I guess that'll be another topic, innit? Even all of this whole feeling embarrassed about where you're from, actually, and that in itself is a problem.
Oh,
Yeah.
everyone was Jamaican in school, apparently.
Right, everyone was
black
Jamaican
person
in
would
school,
just say,
and there's like maybe
Jamaican.
2-3 Africans. You felt like you was the only African in school.
Literally.
But like, so that whole concept about being embarrassed about showing your passport of where you're actually from, even that in itself is problematic, and that kind of just gives you like
the idea of
the kind of environment that we're living in, of the the importance that's put on having this British passport. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I mean,
to
I
me.
think we've been indoctrinated because I'm not gonna lie. When I visit my homeland of Uganda, there's a little thing in the back of your mind that feels happy that you're in the British passport line. Because that line is faster, quicker, you get treated better. But really and truly, why do I not go to Uganda with my Ugandan passport?
Like, just think about that. That's crazy.
Because we're indoctrinated. But again, back to the topic at hand anyway. What I would advise her, so the other part of it is whether or not she should marry him, right? I don't think you should ever marry anyone out of pressure.
Pressure.
Do you know what I mean?
Facts.
Definitely, I do not agree with that because when things become difficult, you're gonna go back to that.
Exactly.
You even pressured me to marry you.
That's gonna become a point.
Exactly.
An anchor.
It's gonna be.
But then on the other side, the flip side, even looking at your story, I feel like if we're being adults now, a year and a half, you will know whether or not this is one
You will know what
6 months even.
I'm telling you.
Especially for us men.
3 months.
Listen,
Especially for men.
Yeah, the whole kind of
Trust me,
long
it's long, man.
talking stage is just
Forget it.
It's a lie.
They're
to be
moved in
honest.
together.
Yeah.
You've introduced the son to him.
Yeah.
He takes care of the son. Why not just, like you said, do the quick registration marriage, the big wedding that your family want? We will do it.
Yeah.
But then, do you know what it is as well? I think, I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but for a lot of women, they see it like the roles should be reversed. You should pattern me. I shouldn't be in a position to pattern you.
That's a good point.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's psychological. I'm not saying that she may just feel like, wow, you lied to me. Like, yes, it's a big lie, but let's look at the pros and the cons.
But he's been patterning her. Based on what the story is.
No, but I'm saying in terms of papers. You know, like like she carries the weight. Like, I can actually pattern you in life right now.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And that's what
crazy.
it comes back down to. It was on my
What was
point
he saying?
earlier. Is that a lot of men don't mind marrying. I don't want to make this sound bad, but marrying down in a sense of like we don't mind getting a woman that maybe he's not patterned financially, doesn't have a good house.
Beg is not a woman of your dreams. Basically, he's not a woman of your dreams.
She still might be my dream, but just
we know.
She's a different dream.
No. That's his
A dream
comment.
for papers.
My own comment is a lot of men don't mind marrying a woman that is the woman of his dreams, but might not necessarily have everything
This
else
politically
patterned.
correct thing. He's going to be there for
No,
you,
you
bruv.
will talk your own. Let me talk my own.
But I'm just saying, isn't it?
Okay.
Why is
Is that
marrying down
basically
a
saying
woman of your
basically
dreams?
settling? Would you say that's
settling.
No,
How's
it's
that woman
not
of your
because
dream?
you're the woman might do in terms of you make me happy.
Okay.
I'm attracted to you. I want to raise kids with you, but you may not have got a degree, or you might not have a career, but that to me that's not necessarily.
These are
settling.
tangible stuff.
These are things that can be compromised. But when it's the other way round,
It's hard.
our sisters don't tend
hard.
to date
It's
down.
hard.
Do you know what I mean? I've
Yeah,
heard them. We
yeah.
saw them. Who did you say? Ebony K.
Yeah,
When she
yeah.
said she would only marry the bus driver if he
Yeah.
owned the bus company.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Really?
So,
Yeah.
she
You see,
would-
because of women now, men are stretching their bones.
I don't know. I honestly don't know if I'm just like very old school, but I'm very much like, in the nicest way possible, my partner situation doesn't affect my own. So like, if I'm working, I'm good, my family's good, I've got a house and everything, like, and I'm just dating someone because I like them, it doesn't really matter what situation they're in. I'm dating you because I like you.
Yeah.
Because your situation doesn't actually affect mine.
By the way-
You might not have a job. I haven't got a job. Like, I'm good. Do you know what I mean? We could be good together. But I just think, like, again, social media doesn't help because everyone's expectations are very,
With that
like,
point you just
left.
made now, sorry,
Yeah.
do you think, just a quick question because I know you're about to throw something in there. Do you think then there's a lot of pressure, women put a lot of pressure on men then?
100%. And this is probably why they feel like they can't come and then say these things to you because they feel like, okay, no, she's either going to shut me down or feel embarrassed, like make me feel embarrassed about it or, you know, compare me to other people. And people don't want to feel that way, especially if it's someone, you know, you say you love. Like, it's not a nice feeling. You never want to, it's just, this.
You don't want to actually see them down.
Yeah.
In a situation like, even though, okay, he lied to me, but look at all the things he has done for me. He took my child in. He's been looking after me. Okay, I understand. If I was in this position, would I really come straight forward and say, hey, I don't have paper? Do you know what I mean? It's not that kind of situation. But now it's like you're faced with it. And even this whole situation, you could have still dodged the whole question with the flight.
He could
But he
have.
said, you know what? this is my opening now.
Yeah.
And then rather than like lifting him up, you still want to be like, should I now marry him?
Yeah.
Like, that's questioning you already about the whole situation because
and
it
makes
seems
his
like it
point.
doesn't benefit
This is why they want
you.
to tell you in the first place.
You see?
Yeah.
You
It
see?
makes
And
the
that
point.
will now put like a strain, and it's like, okay, did you actually like me because all the things I was doing for you? But now you may have to do something for me.
There's an issue.
It's not the
yeah.
same, you know?
So, our sister, I think what we are saying here,
Yeah.
if you don't mind me summarizing,
Go on.
is have a conversation. What he's done, I understand why you may be a bit like taken back,
Hesitant.
but at the end of the day, he's been taking care of you and your child. You said there's no complaints. He's an amazing man.
He changed your life.
He changed
He
your
changed your
life.
life. He changed your life.
How many men, my sister, will you find that will change your life?
Yeah.
It's true.
Honestly, and taking you and your child. So have a conversation. Talk to your parents. Let them know that the traditional wedding will come. But right now, we need to get out of this situation.
At the end of the day, paper is just a document. It's
just a document.
Yeah,
That's
this
why
is the thing.
I don't walk around with this. I don't walk around with this document. I am who I am.
What are papers? We can even ban papers to
We
hell.
can burn papers.
We can even ban
Do you want to
papers.
start by burning?
I'll burn your own.
Man, my own.
If they have arguments, we bond the certificate. He said, I gave you this.
No, but you see, my
Hey.
own, that lady that helped me
Yeah.
had never ever threw it back in my... Never even mentioned it after that.
I used to
I'm not gonna lie, man.
No,
that was a Samaritan, you know.
Nah,
Yeah,
never-
that's
that one that was a
lovely.
Samaritan.
Never ever did, and even I did many mistakes, and it was never ever.
That
brought
could
up.
have been Jesus in human form.
I'm telling you,
He just didn't help
true.
me and
I'm
went
telling you,
back.
Samaritan, because at that age, people like that don't exist.
He helped
Yeah.
Sukali and took the PJ.
That's why me and Uzi were looking at you sideways,
You know what I
because
mean? Like, no, I did a lot to her, and she never ever threw that back in my
not for her.
face.
That's a real one.
But do you know that shows her character?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
she
her
had a
character,
good
yeah.
character.
Yeah.
But you didn't, but you left her. As a
At
Sukali
least
that you
stop
are.
putting pressure now.
Oh,
Leave the
you
guy,
don't know
bro.
us. Oh, you don't know us.
Things happen. Anyway, we move on
We
to the main topic at hand. Today we're going to discuss online dating. The peaks, the troughs, the good, the bad,
Yeah.
The ugly.
the beautiful, the ugly. Because our two guests here, if I'm correct, you met online
Yeah, we did.
on Beyonce's internet.
Yeah.
On Beyonce's
Yeah.
internet.
Beyonce's internet.
I'm not gonna lie, you're right. She owns it.
She owns it.
She owns it. She owns it.
The
She owns
beehive
it.
is serious.
She's letting us borrow in. Because whenever she wants to
Beyonce's
come out, nobody has a chance.
So if you don't mind sharing your cast story, because I hear it happened, everything happened fast.
Yeah.
And
very.
you met on Hinge.
Yes, we did.
So you're not unhinged.
No.
You're hinged.
We're here.
I see what you did there. I see what you did
He's
there.
trying small,
I see
small.
what you did there.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
do you want to tell us your story?
Shall I go with it?
Ladies first as
No, we have. You tell the story. Let's see. Yeah.
But can I
You
just
tell
say
the
something
story.
before Ralph starts?
We want timestamps as well.
Can I just say something? Love corridor is sweet.
I'm
Very
telling you.
sweet, eh?
That's what Ugandans call love corridor.
Oh, love corridor.
Love
I love
corridor.
that.
Because you know sometimes you're in a corridor.
Yeah.
But you might go in this person's room.
Yeah.
You might go in this but for now, you guys,
Love corridor.
you're in your corridor.
sweet.
The reason I say because you're holding hands.
Do you know what? This is just like a
It's a
natural
natural thing.
I love
It's
it.
subconscious.
Don't stop and put your mic. Don't stop.
No, I'm
sorry.
saying, you know, it's sweet.
We're
I
just
love
giving you
this.
flowers.
I love
You know?
this. So I just thought I'd mention that because I
Thank
really
you,
like
thank
it.
Alright, cool. So that's just that.
Yeah, Tell
Okay.
it properly because. Tell it. Go on.
One fateful day like this.
I know it's a great story. That's a great story. I'm
On a
relaxed now.
fateful day like this, you know. Now, okay, let me start from the backstory. So, before I went on Hinge, I came out of a toxic relationship. So, but after that, I didn't like straight away jump in because I felt like sometimes when you come out of something, you need to unbag. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
time.
I feel like I'll be doing myself a disservice and straight going into something and it's like all the
Facts.
baggage I have before, I may dump it on you now. So I took like a couple of months to myself. In that time, yes, I was chatting to people and all of that, but I wasn't really like...
He said plural. People.
I like to call them
someone.
Rouse Angels.
Oh, Ralph's Angels.
Ralph's Angels.
really doing this? Okay, cool. So now, but then met on Hinge. I saw a picture. No, I saw a profile. I was like, oh, interesting. But with me, I'm a sapiosexual. What that means is like I'm more attracted to how a person thinks.
I said that word again.
But sapiosexual.
Because we don't take big words lightly.
Yeah, so a sapiosexual is someone that's like more attracted to like how you think and stuff. For me, obviously I have to be attracted to you. Once you tick that box, I'll put it on the shelf. And now it's like, who are you? Like, what are you about? Stuff like that. So I met her on Hinge. Conversation was flowing. It was actually quick because I don't actually like chatting on Hinge. So from it was like, let's just exchange numbers and stuff. So we did that. Then we're talking on WhatsApp, and then let's just call. So we started chatting, but the conversation was so natural that I felt like we already knew each other from like back in the day and stuff. And then also the relatables, and like she has like cousins in Austria, and I was like, yeah, I'm from Germany. So that kind of like just oiled the engine kind of.
Yeah.
And from there, it was very quick because I was in London at the time. I was still living in Germany. So, and I was, like I said, in that moment in time, I was dating.
Okay.
But with me, dating is like, a lot of people tend to date people and stuff like that, but I was trying to get to know people. So I wasn't just like sleeping with people like that. I was getting to know who they are. Okay, this one, you don't work for me next. Like, you know what I mean? So that's what they say.
As a man that has options.
Yeah, that's what she says, Charlie's Angels, because like there was a few options, but it's like I was just looking what suits me.
Yeah.
So from when we met, it was really quick. We went on the first date, went to cinema.
In Germany or
No,
here?
here, because the next day I was flying back to Germany, so I was here for like 2 weeks. That time it was like Yam Carnival and stuff. I came to Groove and then go back. But before I moved back,
You found the yam before you went back.
so before I moved back, I was like, nah, I need to see this girl before I go back. So I saw it the night before, like my flight was like 7 a.m. So when cinema and the date was just, it was fire. Like, we went to watch 007, Never Die.
Yeah.
I said the love will never die.
Come on!
So we saw that one. And then even, I told her usually first dates and that I don't even kiss no one.
He was so close to my face. I could, during in the cinema, you could feel someone breathing on me. I was like, he's trying to put it on me now.
So in the cinema, I was like, nah, I'm really feeling this girl. So after the cinema, we went cinema in Canary Wharf. We went to Everyman Cinema. You know that way you
I know it very well.
You know, if it's cinema, not a regular regular.
Reclining seat.
You know, they bring food to you.
Yeah, they bring food.
Sammy, what do you want?
Come on.
So it was sick.
As
And
a
then-
bachelor.
With many options.
So after that cinema, like we went on a walk, and I just grabbed her and I just kissed her. I just grabbed her. And
Come like some Love
Romantic.
Actually thing, isn't it?
It was literally like
Listen,
a movie.
legit. And after that,
Did it rain while you lost kissing?
no.
right,
The
no,
thing is, I said, I have to go to Germany tomorrow. I don't want to go. Like, you know them kind of moments there. But I was like, nah, cool. So after that day, like we still chatted, all of that. So you know what? It's her birthday the next week. I was like, timeline is, you know, I just booked a quick flight. And for her birthday, she was gonna stay at the gate.
Yeah, I booked us a place to stay, so we stayed at the gate in, where was it?
Aldwych. I
Oh,
think.
it's a really nice place. So we stayed there for 4 days. Bearing in mind, it's like the second time I'm meeting someone, so I could have been
Second time.
kidnapped.
You could have violent.
Crazy, right? But
Tall henchman.
yeah, do you know what I mean? Anything could have actually
6'9".
happened. But
This big man.
400 pounds of ground, grass-fed, lean beef.
German Angus beef.
Angus beef.
But in my mind, I wasn't even thinking like this is the second time I'm meeting him. I just thought, I'm just meeting like someone I've known for ages. We're just, for just a longer period of time. So we literally lived together for like 4 days because we stayed,
Important information. When I came to London, I didn't tell nobody. I
Yeah.
came, I hid. My family didn't know. My friends didn't
Literally,
know. I came to just see her.
Man on a mission.
Yeah.
I came to see her.
Came on the 007.
Trust me. But after that day, I told her, because obviously at that point in time, we're just seeing each other in it. But that night, I told her, listen, this is it. Like, whatever
You
you
just
have going
shut
on,
down.
cut it off. I told her, whatever you got going on.
Alright, that's a
Obviously,
boss, you know.
I was like,
That's a boss.
obviously you're single because you're like, see me
a
now.
lock,
I said,
everything
lock
locked.
Inside,
everything
just lock it off. I was like,
Everything.
oh.
From that day.
How'd that make you? When the man
Do you know what? I was like, Okay.
Why would she complain? Would she complain?
You know what? I know what she did though. She went to the girls' group chat, guys. Girls don't even, black women, you have this telepathic way of talking to each other.
Yeah.
You don't say much.
You don't say words.
So
It's
just
like,
say is
guys, and the eye emoji.
and then the eye, and then
Yeah.
okay.
No, I think it was just good to know that someone actually had intentions, especially because with Hinge, it's very hit and miss. Like, no one really goes on Hinge to find someone that they could potentially marry or be with for a few years. Like, it is generally a thing where it's like, you jump on, you potentially date people, and if it does go somewhere, then great. If it doesn't, then you just move on to the next one. But like, yeah, I think it was just nice to know someone actually was on there and was like, we just clicked so well, wasn't it?
And then after that, so that was, I stayed there 4 days, went back to Germany. Then I was like, you know when you're close to someone and they're not there no more? I was like, bruv, this is too much. Come Germany. I said, come Germany. I booked her flight. She came Germany.
What is it? Your nose was open.
Because she has peppers.
Yeah, because
She has peppers. For me, I'm listening. I don't know if you people are listening.
So she came Germany for a weekend, showed her Germany. And it was also important, like, to see how I'm living. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, I was in the transition to already come back to the UK. So that was like my last 2 weeks. And she was able to come and stay at my place and be like looked after by Raf. Innit?
Come on.
You know what I mean? So
Wonderful.
I took her to Germany, took her around the city, and it just gave us time to spend time together. And it was just like getting to know each other on a deeper level.
Especially in a different place. Out
of this place.
Like, it was
So
nice to see like his background, his childhood, where he went to school.
I took her to my place.
Like, literally.
And this is how long now you're dating?
This is like
This is third time. I'm guessing this is the third
Third
time.
time seeing.
Yeah, this is the third time
we see each
Wow.
other. Yeah.
But that's what I say. It felt so natural, and that's why sometimes when people like look at our story and stuff, it's like, whoa, everything quick, but you're not in it. Do you know what I mean? You don't know the ins and depths of it. So it just felt natural. And also, I remember because Uzi messaged me because after that, that was after. We're like, obviously, everyone, I was telling my guys like, yo, I'm meeting this one and stuff like that, and they're starting to see stuff on it. Say, Raf, this is quick. What did this girl do to you?
Shout out Amaka, Andrea, and Obi. They're steady working, so we balling like Kobe.